Okay. Hello, this is Dr. Grant. I'm just trying to get set up here so that I can get a better position on this webcam. Um, I promised you I would bring you some information regarding the prison system in which I work. Um, I was employed by Correctional Department, Illinois. Started at Pontiac and ended up at Sheridan. And it ended in 1994, November, sometime that. It was about 10 and a half years of working there. What I found out while working there is that in the system is that a lot of inmates were innocent. And that's no surprise because you're dealing with a judicial racket that systematically convicts people with very little evidence. In a lot of cases, it's perjured testimony, which means the person that is a witness in the case lied. I dealt with people, that were ex-state police, ex-sheriffs, ex-county sheriffs. I mean, even the chief of police. People, especially the ones that speak out or go against anyone in the system, is setting themselves up to be illegally locked up because the system does not work. It has never been designed to work for people who don't have the monetary property or the money in their possession, property or otherwise, that they could probably mortgage or remortgage or refinance in order to pay for their legal defense. The law is kind of technical. I use a lot of technical jargon and everything. So when anybody get caught up in this system, you're like set up to fail. And a lot of people rehearse for that failure because they know the system is corrupt to its core. Yeah, and it's well documented. A perfect case is a guy named William Bracy. He was convicted and was on death row. And when I was walking death row all the time and working there at Pontiac Correctional Facility, he confided in me that he was innocent. He was a victim of a corrupt judge named Maloney. And I didn't pay that much attention to it because these things you don't supposed to get involved in if you're not a lawyer or anything like that, and you can lose your job if you get involved in things like that. But make a long story short, I just was doing some research this morning because someone was just telling me last night, remember Bracy, William Bracy, why don't you just look it up? And I remember that William Bracy, he was an artist. I mean, he was a painter and everything. He could do a lot of good art. In fact, let me show you something real quick. This is a portrait that William Bracy did of me. I think I paid $50 for it. Because he was trying to collect money for his defense. And I was like, man, that's amazing that, something like this has happened, because I feel as though the Spirit was telling me, check out the William Bracy case, because he had did a portrait for me. And, like I said, there was a lot of people that I met in prison that were innocent, and a lot of them, were set up by crooked judges. One judge that comes to mind is Maloney. That was the judge was involved in Bracy's case. He had a corrupt racket going within the court. He was taking bribes for, fixing cases. So, to make a long story short, I was like amazed, how the Spirit had guided me to this. Now, I'm going to get more into this because I feel it's very important. But I want you, to kind of like just understand that you're dealing with a system that's ran by people who are corrupt to their core. I mean, their ideology and everything, it's designed to emasculate, incarcerate, and debilitate a person once they get into those cages. Because when you're locked up 23 hours a day, some people 23 and a half hours a day, I mean, there's a certain type of level of social degeneration that sets in. I mean, your social skills, they diminish because you're not able to communicate or talk to anybody except for the jail the jail staff or people who work in the correctional system, and most of them don't give a damn. I'm telling you. I don't care what nobody say. I've worked in maximum, minimum, medium, women. I've been in all around prisons all around the country. It's Adjustment Committee, training, Dixon Correctional. I traveled a lot. That's one thing the state did teach me, is how to travel, how to lecture, how to be in conferences, how to learn, and how to observe, and how to evaluate. So I was always traveling, and I was always seeing things. I was home, away from home a lot, doing a lot of training and traveling and learning. But I'm going to get into this a little bit more. But I just want you to, if you have a computer, I would suggest you go look up the case William Bracey and put a comment there in Maloney. Maloney was the crooked judge that sentenced him to death row. Okay? I'm making this quick because this is a test case. But in the meantime, I just want you to get a glimpse. I'm going to pick up my computer and let you see some of the books that I've been reading. And so you get an idea of what I do during my days. And I got several offices. But, in this one, I got books everywhere. There are my physician desk references. Those are 2011 and 2000, I think it's 2009. But my license, well, actually, that's my last certificate of naturopathic training. License, one of my degrees. Just want you to get a good feel for it. But I'll be letting you know more about this in a moment, but I just wanted you to get a good feel for this. Dr. Grant signing off. Wish you a pleasant day. I'll be back with more information. Peace out.